In this video, I'm going to show you how to make strong folds in your cardboard by simply implementing a little hot glue. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to take your regular, non-folded cardboard joints and make those even stronger. So let's jump into it. So the first way that we make strong folds in corrugated cardboard is when we're folding like in towards a corrugation this way. This is kind of the natural way your cardboard wants to fold. And it's when it's folding right on one of these valleys, these openings in the corrugation right here. So it's folding into that and it's crumpling down right there. That's the way it naturally wants to fold, and we can encourage that because right now if we just fold it, it wants to spring back out. So what we have to do is cut along this line that I've already drawn right across that corrugation, right on the fold. And once we cut that out, we will fill the gap with hot glue. So now this is all the way open, and we want to make sure we don't cut all the way through, because then we're just going to split our cardboard in half and it won't actually be a fold. Then we insert hot glue into the crack. Oh, yeah, don't be as sloppy as me though. And once you've got that, you fold back the way you want it. There, and this could probably hold up on its own pretty well, but if we really want to make a strong cardboard fold, then what we have to do is we have to add another layer. So we're going to put another bead of glue down along here, and once that is all set, we can smooth it out a little bit with our finger. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting my finger wet, and then I'm rubbing it across the hot glue, and then it stays pretty safe. Sometimes I get a little bit overheated, but you definitely don't do it right away. You wait just a second for it to cool down and then do that, and that creates a really strong and pretty sleek looking fold. So that is not going to go anywhere, especially once it's cured. Once it's cool, it's not going to want to bend back, and it's a much stronger fold than if we had just folded it normally, because we could see that wanted to spring back. Hey there, if we're just meeting, my name's Eli Tennant with Maker Brain, and on this channel I love to help you access and implement your creativity through tool reviews and tutorials for makers, as well as DIY cardboard crafting tips videos just like this one. So if any of that sounds like your kind of jam, then consider subscribing and smashing the like button. And I want to pass the question off to you. Do you ever use glue on your folds? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll jump into the next tip. Yeah, now, what if we were like cutting and then folding away from that cut? So maybe now we want to fold, but the corrugation doesn't line up. So if I want to fold it like this way, and the corrugation doesn't line up here because I'm on a mountain, I'm on the peak right there. So I got to cut along the back right here. So once I cut this out, I will do almost the same steps. So now I'm folding this way. So on the back, you're gonna see this opening, and that doesn't look super great, but that's okay. And then we fill this opening with our glue, and it's gotta be kind of make sure we fill the whole area. And here again, we can use our finger and use that to kind of smush it out a little more. And maybe we'll kind of fold it in and then back out to make sure it gets spread across the whole thing. And that's just adding some extra reinforcements on the back as well. And what that helps us with is when it's only this one layer folded like this and we already cut out the back, it really can rip really easily. So in addition to making it a stronger fold, it's not going to rip as easily. But now on the inside, if we really want to take it to the next level, we can do basically the same thing we did with the other one, where we're gonna put some glue along here. Once that bead of glue is in, we can use our finger to spread it out a little more and make it nice and smooth. And this is just got to be really wide so that it adds more support to it, and then that's going to help it spring back. Here I have like a fully cured piece that I've done this to, and it always like springs back to the spot I made it to, because on the back it's all glued in right there. It's got a bunch of glue stuck into this back area, and then also on the inside it's glued there, so even when I bend it over, it comes back to this area because the hot glue is all rubbery, and it kind of set it in this formation. So that's a really strong fold here as well. Even though there's really only one layer of paper, we've reinforced that corner with hot glue. And there's also, when you do this, you can do it with things that are not folded, just like a pair of joints. So here I'm going to just glue these two pieces of cardboard together, and the ordinary way you're going to do this is just by applying your glue to one piece of cardboard and then gluing it right onto the other side. And this is going to give you a decent strength attachment, but we can still take it to the next level in a couple ways. There's a few more phases of strength we can add after this. So once this is glued on, I take the glue gun along here, just like with our folds, and apply a bead of glue to the inside, and that adds more strength to it because it's now like attached on multiple sides, and that's kind of acting as like an L bracket, like a joining bead of glue. And this is really good, but what you'll notice is actually when we glue cardboard like this, it can get glued onto a weak part of the cardboard. So right now, although my gluing is strong, it's not glued to a really strong part of the cardboard, and it can all fold out right here. So like it's on a weak side. So even though my piece is stuck, the cardboard that it's attached to is not very strong, and it can pull that out. And my gluing actually isn't holding up super well since it's still hot. I didn't give it time to cool. So that is not good. And if we want to make that better, we can take our hot glue gun and fill in this opening. So I can fill it all with hot glue, and that would solve the problem because the hot glue would take up that space and secure it all together. But if we don't want to do that and don't want to use a ton of hot glue there's something else we can do. We can actually take a piece of cardboard and then notch out one side, so that now I've got this notch in it, and this notch is actually just the perfect size to cover up the edge of the corrugation right there. So right now, this edge, even if this is weak, it's going to add that support, and then it's going to be a well supported corner right there, making a strong corner that isn't folded. So all you have to do is notch out the width of your cardboard right here, and then you apply your glue into this, and it's basically doing those extra gluing steps for you, so we don't have to do multiple steps. And then boom, glue it on. And this also looks way nicer. See, it's hiding that edge of the corrugation, and you get a good corner. And then again, if we wanted to make this really strong, we could go across the inside, and then this would be a super duper strong joint right there that isn't folded. But if you want to see some more ways to hide the edge of corrugated cardboard, you can click on the video that popped up right here, or watch another video by MakerBrain right here. And then also, these folds are now like all dry, so they're super strong, and they're not going anywhere. As always, I'm Eli Tennant, this is MakerBrain, and I'll see you in another video. God bless.